For today's math lesson, we're going to learn about multiplying decimal fractions. And to get started, we're going to use models to help kind of understand what we're doing. So in this example, this square here, it's at an angle here, but you can see that it's a square that represents one whole that we can chop up. We can chop it up into tenths. 10 of these make one whole. Or we can chop it up into hundredths. 100 of these make one whole. That's what you see here. So for this first problem, this first example, let's take a look at one of these numbers here. Here, I see we have, first, let's count the hundreds. 1, 2. 2 hundredths. So I'm going to add my decimal here, and that would be 2. I'm actually going to move that up just a little bit. That would be 2 hundredths. How many tenths do you see here? That is 3 tenths. So we read a decimal number by the place value of the last number. So we'd read this as hundredths. We'd read it as 32 hundredths. Now, how many groups are there? There are 2 groups. So in this multiplication, we're multiplying 32 hundredths times 2. Now to do that, to begin with, we'll multiply the hundredths. So 2 hundredths times 2 equals 4 hundredths. Go ahead and add the decimal now because I know it's hundredths. 4 hundredths. And 2 times 3 tenths, that's 3 tenths here. There's 2 groups of those equals 6 tenths. And the answer is 64 hundredths. Let's try one more example here. In this example, we have 3 hundredths. This example, we have 3 hundredths. So I'm going to go ahead and record that, 3 hundredths. And how many tenths? 2 tenths. Now, how many groups do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. So it's 4 times 23 hundredths. So to begin with, just like this last example, and just like multiplying the way that you're already familiar with, we'll start in the units place here. 4 times 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would be 12. So I'm going to write the 2, carry the 1. Next up, it's 4 times 2. That would be 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, plus 1 more is 9. All right, 92 hundredths. And you notice that we have 2 numbers after the decimal up here. We're going to have 2 numbers after the decimal down here as well. So the answer here is 92 hundredths. So what you'll notice is that multiplication is going to be real similar to what you've done before, just adding a decimal place, and that you can double check your answer down here by counting the models that are included here. Let us know if you have any questions, and good luck with your work.